we had about 8 new airlines that has come into KLIA last year, and some very big names like Turkish Airlines, Air France, and for that matter even Philippine Air. And then you got Malindo Air, Regent Air, NAS Air is not up there, but Iraqi Airways and Thai Smile. So in total about 8 new airlines. We actually target about 5 every year, but this year we exceeded that target by 3 more airlines. So we also expect 2014 to be a very good year. But you can see from this slide, it reflects how our share price has been performing, which is it's been improving, and I think about from the beginning of the year maybe about 70% increase. And I think even last week Khazanah had reported the performance of the G20 companies, or the companies within the Putrajaya JLCs, the top 20 JLCs, and we're amongst one of them. And as a matter of fact, when you look at a percentage growth of that TSR, we are definitely among the top. Of course, when KLIA 2 comes in, inshallah this year, by mid this year, we hope to be able to, with this new airport, a nice terminal in particular, we hope to be able to get up there again in the top 5, not just in our category but worldwide. So we, as at today, we have not gotten the results for the full year for this ASQ ranking, but as at the third quarter, we will still in the top 5. So overall, passenger growth is about 4.8%, but you see Asia Pacific and Middle East ranging from 5 to 10%. So for us to report our number for overall passenger growth to be at about 18% is a very, very impressive passenger performance. And the driver to this is, of course, improved business confidence. Emerging markets is continuing to report strong performance. And of course, things are looking brighter in the US as well as in Europe. So this has resulted in our performance, MASB. So overall passenger growth is about 18.4%. Even our domestic airports, Penang, KK, well, our other international airports, Penang, KK, Kuching and so on, is reporting double-digit growth. When we look at the players in this region, and we're not shy about saying this, we want to be up there together with the Changi's and Hong Kong's of the world. And you look at the passenger numbers that has come through the airlines within this region, we are closely catching up. If you look at that line, our line is moving up, and some of the other airlines are, some of the other airports are actually a bit more flattish in their growth. So by the end of 2013, we're just effectively about 1 million passengers, less than Singapore. So in terms of growth on an annual basis, you're seeing our numbers there. Even in terms of CAGR, KLIA is about 9.9. Again, the only other airport that's doing better than us is actually Jakarta. And this, of course, has got to do a lot with the fact that Garuda has done extremely well to help put Jakarta back, among the growth airports in this region. Well, 2014, you see what happens is that the ballpark number there is about 9%, okay? But in 2014, we are already able to gauge the kind of traffic that will go through at least in 6 months' time. So right now, we know already when we look at the capacity that the airlines have put in and the kind of load factors that they are carrying, we can safely gauge that the number should be in about 9% or so. This is, of course, we remain optimistic when it comes to 2014, because 2014 being a Visit Malaysia year. So this is a very positive signal for us. Under normal circumstances, after you've grown by about 20%, like we've done for KLIA, for you to expect to grow, another 9% is going to be very challenging. But we're quite confident that we are able to reach this number. And again, even when you look at the 20% growth in KLIA in 2013, this was actually on the back of 2012 as well. We reported a very strong number. Okay, and that's why we were able to report a CAGR or CAGR of almost 10%. We have built KLIA 2 according to the requirements of various stakeholders, and these various stakeholders are regulatory, which is the government, our own requirements, but most importantly, the airline requirements. Okay, what is it that the airline wants of the new terminal? So same thing, when we build KLIA 2, we make sure that it meets the requirements of our airlines, but most importantly as well, the safety and security of our passengers going through the airport. So we got to make sure that all these stakeholders' requirements are being met. Okay, so of course then one may look at the kind of facilities that's available at KLIA 2, whether it's comparable to KLIA, but just bear in mind that when it's entirely a government decision. So when the LCST was reduced back then by the government, it was entirely done by the government with their own rationale and justification. So we leave it to them to rationalize their decisions. Of course, you hear other airlines talk about how KLIA 2 facilities are, is as good, or slightly, at least as good as the main terminal. But again, we leave that entirely to the government to make that decision.